is very special, especially because we don't get to do this often, you know, in our hometown.
To play for the home crowd, because with Rixie I never had that before.
And you don't know who you might inspire. You know, I've had great encounters with kids that said, you know, we watched the game at the Olympics, and you know, you are a true inspiration, and I hope to be at the Olympics one day and stuff. That's something I didn't really have when I grew up. So if we can change that, if we can become the local heroes.
And I hope I can inspire some young girls, or we can inspire some young girls too.
Because everybody watches across the pond to Steph Curry and LeBron James and you name it. And that's easy to do. But if we can create local heroes, it's way more tangible, you know? It's more, people can really, truly feel how the experience is and get to meet their hero.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be watching from. We are back in the damn Amsterdam, that is, as we bring you the Amsterdam Masters for the second consecutive year. One of the countries that has embraced 3x3 on a level unlike any other. Can you see the venue? Can you see the crowd? Can you hear the crowd?
I've barely spoken.
The highest level of 3x3 professional basketball that you can play. This is as good as it gets on the pro level.
I'm so done with holy ghosting.
One time a year, we get the opportunity to play a world tour in our country at this caliber.
Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion. On your knees, show your
You want to be there, you want to be part of it. But the fact that we do it together, like you really want to work hard together, you want to help each other, and that's like playing a basketball game and winning. Like you do it together. It's not fun to do it by yourself.
Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down.
I love what 3x3 Unites is doing in getting the youth involved. Not only in playing 3x3, but helping organize the tournaments and making sure they go smoothly. They've really done it on a level that I've never seen before.
Where it started for me, you know, where I was starting to be disappointed was, you know, traveling the world, and then at some moment you expect something, you know, so you see that, okay, Los Angeles is organizing a world tour for the first time, and then you're visualizing yourself, you know, you're thinking about the boulevard or close to the beach, like really that LA vibe, and then you get there and you see that same venue which was a week before in somewhere in China, and now it's on the parking lot in LA, so it doesn't give you that feeling. You know, and I lived in the city of Amsterdam, and the funny thing was, you know, I was living 5 minutes from the gashouder, and you know, during my period in playing myself, you know, I mentioned it a couple of times to people who were organizing tournaments in that time, and I mentioned, you know, the gashouder maybe should be a really interesting place because, you know, the round shape and, you know, the industrial vibe, you know, with the steel and the concrete. Then everybody told me, no, that's not really a place where an event could take place because it costs too much money, it's too difficult production. And, you know, that really where I think where it started also in my mind, you know, whenever I get the chance, you know, to do something maybe myself, let's show that certain things are possible.
Developing the youth and teaching them the characteristics of 3x3 that you can apply to even your life. Selflessness, teamwork under duress in high-pressure situations. Each player on the court has to be a coach at the same time, but also listen, so problem solving. These are all things that you can apply to your daily life, sacrifice, things like this. So they've done a great job tying those together between the sport and living your life. I see that at a high level here.
Last year I went to the World Tour as a spectator, and I didn't work at Unites yet, so now I'm working here and I have the possibility to be a line manager. And I said immediately yes, because, you know, that's maybe a weird thing to say as well, because I never really enjoy watching basketball games. I love to play. So I only knew like Bert de Jong is playing, Karin Kuit, like some of them, but I was not like, I really want to watch the shows. I just really want to be part of the family and join the team and be helpful anywhere they wanted me to help.
Everybody was talking about it. Everybody said that the World Tour was an unforgettable experience and that it was something that was not to be missed. I definitely signed up, and I'm glad that I got the position that I got of leader coordinator. I felt like it was good for me to meet new people, new leaders, but also interact with them and for them to get to know me, as I plan on being here for a while, at least still here. I didn't expect to be so close to the players all the time. Also, when they were warming up, it's like you were right there on the side. You could talk to them. That's what's really cool about 3x3, that it's so close because it's run by the players and everything. You can really do a lot with it. I really enjoyed it. It was nice.
So for me, the World Tour, I love the event, but I really like the fact, well, I love the fact that the leaders get the chance to be a part of this event. So I really wanted to focus on that. And I think it's such a big event, like it's international, but they also sleep in the same hotel as the players. They get the feeling of what 3x3 basketball is outside of their own courts. And they're a part of it, like they make it happen. And I think that responsibility, that they get that responsibility, that makes it also really fun for them. And I think they deserve it. They work hard and they are a part of our community. So
I saw so many leaders there helping out everywhere they could, and I thought, oh, they're getting a lot of money for this. But eventually I heard like they're not getting paid for it. It's all they all wanted to help out. And I was like, wow, that's such a strong thing to do, because you're working your ass off for like 3 days, and they're all coming here to help in their free time. And it's something so big to be part of. So I was like, I really want to do that as well. I want to be part of this and help out where I can.
I think, you know, the World Tour is also a special moment for us, you know, because in those 3 intense days, you know, we're getting to know our leaders much better than how we knew them before. And it's also a great moment where new talents, you know, steps up and where we see, okay, hey, this guy or this boy or this girl is capable and maybe doing more. You know, it opens up the opportunity to have you know, wider discussion with them to see, you know, if they can add more value also throughout the year in our organization, I would say.
That's something that attracts me really good with me for 3x3 United, because what I saw there is that you don't have to have an education, or you don't have to be have a lot of chances in life, but in this moment you are really leading them up to something what they love to do. It can be social media, it can be creating content, it can be events, it can be helping out. And what I see here is that all the leaders that are here, all the people that are helping out, are really doing that with a big smile and want to be part of this fantastic World Tour. And I love to see that. Because if I look at myself, I came from nothing, I didn't have an education, and now built my way up in 19 years as a director of Next Level. So everything is possible when you work for it. So I really love this side of 3x3 United. That's also one of the reasons why I love to partner up.
Meanwhile, we have a shooter that's very special. Look at him. He's got a disability and he's out here competing in the shootout contest. We're very happy to have him here. Denis Agovic from Sarajevo, trailblazing the way.
The story behind my taking part in the shooting contest is that I'm born with cerebral palsy. I was in a wheelchair until I was 5 years old, and the thing is, basketball made me walk. To have an opportunity to become a professional basketball player here in Amsterdam is a great achievement for me, but the most important thing is the fact that my story can be something that younger kids and the people with disabilities can look up on, so when they face some hard situations, they can see that if you work hard, if you believe in your dreams and strive for something that you feel great about, everything will fall into place.
I think it's really important for women to slowly get into the pro basketball of 3x3, because we do not have that. Mostly it's for national teams and women's series, and we have a couple of obstacles to go through that, and I think a couple of years of trying to be more treated like men, I would say, because we are not yet there. And I hope within a couple of years that will happen, and I think this is a prime example of including women when they probably didn't even have to, but pushing to have a women's team, and 3 of them are from outside of the Netherlands, is amazing and is great, and it's a great show for other countries and everything to include women teams.
Yeah, it really means a lot to me to play here. I mean, I watched last year and it was so amazing. They put so much effort in it. The tournaments here in Amsterdam are so big and great and like really beautiful venue that they give us the opportunity to play here as well. So it's really nice to play here.
That's so cool. I mean, we won the first game and everybody was clapping so loud for us, and it gives us goosebumps. Like I said, the first game, we were already nervous, like a little bit, and maybe it's not like a real women's series final. Maybe we can become the country that is hosting the women's series final at some point, but it gives us goosebumps to hopefully win in front of this crowd.
I think it's really important because so far the attention was on men, and in the tournaments that had been held in Netherlands were more challengers or masters, and people fans in Netherlands had opportunity to watch men's competition, but not women's. I think this is just a start, and a nice start can be. As a women's series qualifier, we know that season is over already for the women, but it can be a nice introduction for something in the future, maybe next year, to organize women's series. That would be nice, because I think that there's a lot of quality in the women's 3-on-3 overall, and it's really rising even way faster than men's competition at the moment. So I'm really hoping that these kind of events at the same time will just affect future organizing the highest level tournaments.
Early on you start with showing that women play sports on these high levels as well. Any level, just make it normal. So it is normal. I think it's normal. So I think that's the reason why we should keep showing it. And sometimes maybe even more, because we need the attention. Like, we need to show that women's basketball or women's sports is cool. It's amazing. It's maybe a little bit different, but if you get used to it, I think everyone can love it.
I think it's a really positive change that there were girls playing at the World Tour this year, and that will be bigger next year. Because, you know, I was also at the refugee camp, and some girls that I gave the leader course, they came to Amsterdam to get their diploma. And they said, like, are there also girls playing? And they never watched basketball before. And I said, yeah, there are girls playing as well. And they were really freaked. And they were like, oh my God, that's so nice. And just the emotions that those girls just have someone to look up to. It's just so beautiful. And if there will be more girls playing, let's go for it, right? Like, there are girls that really want to look up to other girls. So it's like a really positive, big change that there will be more girls playing.
You know, shout out to Unites, 3x3 Unites, and everybody around it that made this possible at this unique venue. It's really a venue that sets the bar for the rest of the league, you know? It's very unique. I know that we couldn't do this alone. There's a lot of partners that made this possible, but in front of our home crowd like this brings a lot of energy, and it's an amazing experience.
I've covered 3x3 all over the globe. I've lost count of how many tournaments I've done. It's well over 100. No idea what the count is now. But the Netherlands is certainly different. And I've covered European championships here, World Cups here. Now the World Tour has been here for the last couple of years, Utrecht in 2022. And really, I think it's the effort, it's the heart that goes into making these tournaments the best they can be. Last year I thought was incredible. And this year, in 2024, it took it up another notch. Sold out crowd, 2,500. People are willing to buy tickets. They're engaged in the sport. They love the game. Netherlands win gold this year. So it's a totally different vibe from how they develop the youth here to the senior level. Netherlands is continuing to raise the bar. I think the rest of the world need to take note and follow the footprints of what Amsterdam and what Netherlands is doing.
Well, I can only talk from my point of view here in the Netherlands. I think it really exploded. It truly reached a lot of people, and it's very nice to see that. You know, a lot of people that didn't play basketball really figured it out, what 3x3 was. But yeah, there's a lot of attention from the media. from the youth, and I hope it inspired a lot of kids to start playing.